Hello, dear colleagues. May I introduce myself? My name is Ilgiz Shakirov. I'm living in Kazan, and I'm an active client of FINIKO. My task for now is to share with you about how you can earn using information that was delivered before and share experience that helps make this relatively simple based on the steps that were proven by our partners. May I do that differently? I would like to approach this question with a frank conversation with myself. Let us test it. Originally, when I was shared information about the company, the first impression was that's a pyramid. And as Kirill said, I spent a lot of time to understand what it is before undertaking steps, because a systemic approach is important about understanding how will company be able to face the challenges. And then I started analyzing why do I need this. And marketing, I'm explaining this through three main things. The first question that I make when I'm coming into any company, I'm asking question why. What's the purpose of me joining process? I'm looking at what this is. I am studying the marketing, and let us talk about this because my first impression about marketing was terrible. I am familiar with marketing. I calculate that, and when I first heard about what you can get, the impression was very strong because for my personal work, and they are offering me 5%. You get 10 or 20% in different places. For example, you're inviting someone for $100 or $1,000 and you're being paid 50. Who would be motivated for 50? Because, well, that looks, it requires serious investment, but you are being paid little. But when I looked at the second part, I really felt even sadder because what you're getting 3% from the clients payments. Can we have a slide? You know what, career ladder. And the first level, the first status, you obviously have to have a personal deposit of 1,000 and the structure of 10,000, and they are getting 3% of the profit. How does it work? Okay, I share it with 3-4 friends, and let's say they brought altogether $10,000. Let us calculate the average income, 25%. So my partners earned $2,500 and I'm getting what 3% of that. And you see that it brings you $75. Magnificent! I'm bringing people for 10,000, and I'm getting $75. That is even less attractive. First 5%, then 3%, and that gives you 75. It took some time to go down, and I thought, okay, if I'm getting once of the profit, 75%, and clients are happy in the process of the next month, that means I'm getting $75 more. Sorry, 3%, $75. Sorry. Then I started understanding, look, $75 plus 75. And I started understanding that I actually guaranteed certain passive income to myself, which keeps on dripping day after day. So I start calculating. If I am bringing people for 10,000, what am I getting of that? 5% from I first getting $500 of 10,000. Then you have the so-called premium. You're getting it from 1st through the 30th of the month for active partners. If you are bringing in 7,000 money a month, the company is bringing you $200 at the end of the month. And since you got 10,000, then you get 250. But then I also have about 1,000, so I'm also having $250.75 in passive income, which if I'm doing that for months, for the very first month, I'm earning more than $1,000, and then I'm also guaranteeing my passive income, $35. When I calculated that, I didn't sleep at all for a week. $325 every month in passive income. Some are having a salary that amounts to that much, and you're doing that at once. What I understood after that was that I never encountered this. Company has a specific marketing approach, and I'm calling it downfall. I said it once, hear me again. The profit you are getting is the company, the profits, and clients from three sources. And I understood that if I do that once and I am not inviting anybody else, I will continue getting money on my account. Anyone who had experience of doing marketing, raise your hands. Not that many. Raise your hands those that are afraid of that word. Well, FINICO is not a network marketing company. If I take a look at a classical marketing approach, you need continuous consumption. You need people to keep on coming into the company. If people don't buy, tomorrow I don't get in binary marketing, matrix, chess type, flow type. You don't get it. Whilst here, you do it once and you start getting your regular reward. So I start calculating. If I help my friends do the same thing as I did, let's assume that in the very first month I invited one client, one partner, and I'm explaining to that person how to use a crypto wallet, how to register, etc. Second month, mechanics is very simple. There are two of us, and my task is to teach my partner to do the same. So what happens? Whether you want it or not, your, let's call it, group turnover starts growing. Then the third month, there were 1 plus 1 plus 1. There are 4 of us, and we are doing 1 each. First there were 2 of us, then 4, then 8. And mechanics is rather simple. 16, fifth month is 32, etc. 64, 128, 8th month 256, 9 month 512, 1024, 248, 2048, and the 9 month. How many of these I have invited personally? Only 12. It seems that the impression that you have to be inviting many people to create a large client base. Not that much. You might invite 3-4 people and working with them, explaining this. The process as your structure can grow in geometric progression. Then I started calculating what can I get advancing through a career ladder. If at first step I'm getting $325, then later helping my partners by getting into this same income levels, I see my career growth at level 5. That's the level. Your turnover by then is about 100,000. A partner here gets, if at first qualification you get a month, in this case you are getting from 100 to 200 US dollars a day, and we do have such people in the audience, and you will get to see them.
On the second stage qualification, On the sixth stage, when you go up, sixth stage, you go up, your average income is $200, $300 a day. On the seventh level, $300, $400 a day. Eighth level, up to $450 a day. Why? Because I didn't notice it first time there, but there is one thing, which is called 2% for the personal deposit. I couldn't imagine that it can happen so quickly. Why? Because when I was asked during what time you got it, it just was accident. For 6 months, it's like $4 million turnover for a short period. Because it's surprising, because the 9 level, it's 6,000 turnover, 2% on a personal account, and it's a car. And I was just lucky. I lucked out. On the 9th level, partner's income from 900 to 1,500 every day. 10th level, it's just mind-boggling, from 1,500 to $5,000 a day. There is a term. It's just you just separate yourself from the world. But you have to move on. The question is with whom. First question was why, and who wants to get to this 10th level? Who wants to go to 10th level? Yes, you have such people. And the second question, what I ask when I understand why I need it, and the second question is with whom. You're all professionals, and you know better than I how to answer this question. It's just quite simple. The list of people, traditionally 100 people on the lists, and then the question is how to approach these people. And I ask myself question, how, with what I can be useful to these people. For me, this is a key question. People write about target audience and who is interested in making more money. Not just primitively make money, but just to save and multiply your capital. There are people who would like to solve their financial issues, people who have some credit obligations or credit debts. Are you okay with motivation? Who wants 3 million rubles car? Who wants a better flat of 5 million rubles? So you have good motivation, all of you. I am just addressing to the audience to whom I want to help. It's important. And it's when I start calling people, I will give you the method, how I do it. People just ask question. So it happens that you see somebody on the street, hey, what are you up to? What's going on? Do you have to say, well, everybody who was in this situation, just our mentality to ask this question, how are you? Some people talk about family, about career. Well, you said, well, that's your problem. You sure you want to know the answer on the question, how you doing? And the second is not something new, have something new. How are things? What's up? And people say, now things are better. And when I think about whom to approach to, I have most important question. For many people have desire, have motivation. But the question is how? And here I'm sharing the method which our partners already get results, and some of you use these methods. We have unique people in our company, people who move on, people who use lending, who use WhatsApp bots, Telegram bots, a lot of instruments, and depending what you like. Instagram, for example, I am quite a conservative, and I move on according to the method which I was taught once. I call to a person and ask him just one question, which is, are you interested in investments? It's a tricky question because the word investment is a filter for people who at the moment probably are not interested in. How many possible answers to this question can be? Two. Which ones? Yes or no? No, that's easy. No money. No, just some negative experience. Some people don't understand what investment is. If answer is yes, it just dawned on me that if person said yes, you already sold something to him. The question is, how do you have to pay money to get training which allows you to ask three-word question? Are you interested in investment? I mean, do you really need to be so smart to understand this simple question, how to ask it? If you get yes answer, at that moment you understand that I have to continue and answer his standard questions. So what's people usual response? What are the guarantees, what I get if I risk? So these are two main questions, the basic questions, which you can answer. I don't you answer these questions. I like the company, but I cannot talk to people. I don't have this gift. Maybe there are some other person in the other city who invited you to do. And we use second step. So first step was telephone call. A second step is there are two videos of the company in which they show how to make 5-7% a day. It's 5 minutes video. And at this moment, a person is involved already, is on the initial stage. A person understands that the world works in a way that it's not about 6% a year. There are instruments which allow you to make more if the person accepts this idea. So you go to you move on and you present second video. We can send any presentation of the company, and you can choose on YouTube and internet. YouTube is clever. You ask YouTube any question and they will tell you. And now we say that the second video is presentation. Most interesting is that if people get involved and watch these two videos, so what are the options? Yes or no? I mean, what are possible answers to the question? Yes. If answer is yes, it's your partner. If no, that's okay. No is no. But experience shows that if somebody said no today, a person said that I will come later in 3 months. And usually just what happens. So we told about company, people who said no straight away, and then they come back. So this is the first tip, and this is first method. If we talk about investment, if we talk about that during telephone call, you got answer. What investments you talking about? I have so many debts, and you telling me about investments. What possibility I have? So I can ask you, do you want your financial problem be solved? Let me sum up. It's a very simple method. You have to understand why, what for. Second, you have to know with whom with, and third, how. Answering all these questions, I guarantee you will get results, 100%. Now, I would like to round up my presentation with a phrase which I really like. Do whatever you want, but you have to have money. Thank you. Can I have a question? You know that the entry money will be 5,000. When? Well, plus minus when? In 2 weeks. We talked about 4 to 6 weeks. So 3 weeks ago you said the same. No. So we have February and March. Beginning of March. Actually, increasing this entry sum is our internal issue. Our average entry is higher level, so I don't see any complexities at all in explaining these things. I mean, it's Zygmunt's question. Thank you. Here are the people who came to Kazan, and I remember I told you that we were experimenting with our own money, with our own resources, and Andrei came to us and just asked us questions. He liked what we were doing, and with his help we start scaling it with partners. And so that's what probably he wants to tell us about. Hello everybody, my name is Andrei, and I work with the company from day one. I like everything. What I want to tell you is each of us have something which we want. We want to make money, to buy flat, to get car, then to have better car and better flat. Well, in FINIKO company, it's all possible. Do anybody work with this marketing company, with any direct marketing companies? Very often I am asked, how can you get success on the 9th or 10th level, because all perks begin from the 8th, 9th and 10th level. I tell people it's very simple. Just imagine you get out. Where to get people? You just get 100 people from 20 plus. So they're just regular people who get up in the morning, get the kids to school, make breakfast to children, just regular people who live these routine lives. And these partner companies or marketing companies in which you work now, multi-level marketing, MLM, out of this 100, how many people need this product which you promote? Maybe 5 out of 100. It's a best case scenario. If they have everything all right, so these are the housewives who need food supplements, cosmetics. When you sell them something, you have to motivate them and ask them to continue buying from you to make money. So let me show you a different picture. The same 100 people with the same routine lives, with the kids' kindergartens and job. Who need these products? How many of these 100 people have credits who want to buy, who want to pay back for 35%? How many of these 100 people want to buy car for the 35%, any car, and on the 95th day get this car? Who wants to improve flat for the 35% of price and the 95th day become owner of the flat without complications? And if nobody wanted, so the last question, who really wants to make 50,000 rubles a month? It's a regular deposit which allows you to do it. You understand what I'm... In order to begin doing something, you want to learn more about these products, and plus, who would like to return cash back for what you buy to get money back from 15 cash back from 15 to 25. Out of these 100 people whom you talk to, a lot of them would like to do it. Is this product in such demand? The company invented a mechanism when people give money and are happy giving you money. What Ilgiz showed you on the 10th level, how many of you remember how much 10 level partners make? About 1 million rubles. But you understand, on the 10th level you have to build build a team, and then you just make the money which you talk about. To cover 10th level, you have to have 3,000 people. Let's talk about 1,000 people, and you are on the 10th level. To how many out of this 1,000 they need to buy car, flat, payback credit for 35%? For how many of them out of this 1,000? How many of them would like to use during 6 months this product? Okay, let's say 10%. 100 people. Is it real? It's more than real. According to the marketing plan, a person who pays 35%, this money gets in the company, 5%, you got the invite, and from the second month, 1% is spread on the structure. How much is flat? Okay, 3 million, all right, average flat. You buy flat for 3 million, and 35% is 1 million. Will be in the system. 5% is for the inviter, and from the second person, how much is it? 10,000 rubles. Will get into every level. You here and here, we have 100 people buying, and from beginning of the second month, you will get 10,000 rubles, and during 12 months. But we will not stop in there, so you'll continue, keep doing. I think it's logical. If you just multiply these numbers, that's what you get. So everything which you have to do is you have to learn more about the product, and you have to keep doing, promoting, and telling users. And I will have just a little 3 minutes training. Who is first time here? Who is first time here? I have a big request. What I'm going to do now, if you know it, don't participate. It will be not fair. If you know what you're going to do, please don't participate. I'll show you one thing. What is this? If you know this trick, what does it look like? Is it real or not? Or maybe yes, maybe no. We don't know. The FINIKO can be real, maybe just a scheme, maybe scam. It looks like some money, and I'm selling this 1,000 for 750. I'm selling. And I'm selling this money for 750. I'm selling 450 for 750, 450 for 450. selling 500 for 1,000. Selling 500 for 300. Selling 500 for 300. Just giving 100. Just giving 100. Giving away.
What do you think what we have witnessed now? At this very moment, you had the easiest money in your life. All you had to do was to get up, come to the front, and do that. What you are saying is, don't you believe that? That's not true money. How are we promoting this in life? There is FINIKO company. There are two acquaintances whom I'm monitoring. When will they break down? We started a partner program in the summer. They're still observing both the home, car, close the debt, etc. I tested all products myself in the company. There are hundreds of people who have done that, and some 15 people have already bought cars in their videos, whilst this acquaintance of mine keeps on testing this. So dear friends, what the first thing you need to do is to learn and carry it, to communicate this to others, and use those products yourself. Interesting case that I learned from a person at one of the last events. When an experienced network player came to him some time ago, said, I'm a cool guy, I have 15,000 people behind me. If I'll come in, would you please offer me some conditions? Kirill told him, register free of charge immediately, start inviting immediately, because otherwise tomorrow they will bring all your people into your team. And he understood that that's true, because the products here are necessary, in demand, they are easily sellable, and the company is returning rewards openly. That's it. Thank you.